Well, that one was disappointing. Raiders lose 22-20. Robbie Gould hits a 49-yard field goal the last second. So the Raiders dropped down to 2-2 on the season in a game where they looked really, really bad offensively, and the defense really showed no signs of improvement. This is one of those games where you look at Derek Carr. I think he didn't even have 200 yards passing for the day. Amari Cooper, definitely not as good as some of his past couple of games. You know, after going 300 yards last two games, the offense in this game looked really, really bad. They just couldn't get the ball going. They had some success early on. They weren't able to sustain it. The defense, you know, you're playing against an offense which really isn't that great to begin with. But the Raiders, their key weakness, as I'm seeing this defensively, they are getting torched against the tight ends. Their corners, with the exception of Charles Woodson, who did get that INT, second game in a row, the 38-year-old has an interception, despite the fact that, you know, he got that late in the game and, you know, put Raiders in good position. You know, they just couldn't convert. And the sad thing about this game is, you know, if the Raiders would have got one more touchdown, you know, if that Seth Roberts call would have stand, the Raiders would have won this game. I mean, it would have been close. It would have been like 26-20 or it's 26-22. But nonetheless, they still would have won the game, and they didn't. And this is kind of the problem I'm seeing. You know, the Raiders, they don't have a great defense. You know, like I said, the secondary is really bad. You know, the front five is okay, but you can torch them right up the middle, as we saw Matt Forte do pretty much all day today. The saving grace, of course, for the last two games is, okay, well, the defense is giving up a lot of points, giving up a lot of yards, but the offense has just been clicking, and Amari Cooper's getting 20, 30 yards after the catch, and you can count on Michael Crabtree to go out there and get it. And today they just couldn't do it. You know, the offense just wasn't clicking. Murray wasn't racking up as many yards as he could be. This game really shouldn't have been close. The Raiders should have won by a touchdown. They should have won by 10 points, but even with Cutler, you know, he played probably his best game in a while, and he still looked like crap. But, you know, they just managed to, I guess, outclock the Raiders in a way. You know, too many field goals, too many conversions that should have been first downs, which should have led to touchdowns, which never happened. And then results a really, really, really sore loss. You know, these are the kind of games you really hate to lose, because there's just so many opportunities the Raiders could have had to win this. If one play would have turned out differently, this would have been a W. And in what is going to be a really tight AFC West, you know, the Raiders, you know, you never know. Broncos could lose next week, and that would end up putting, well, you know, if they lose against the Vikings, and I'm recording this on Sunday afternoon, I don't really know what happens. You know, if they drop the game against Minnesota, that puts them at 3-1, taking on Raiders at 2-2. Well, if the Raiders win that game, they're still first in the AFC West. The thing is, for them to win that game, they're going to play a whole lot better than they did this game. You know, like I said, you know, you can already kind of smell what's going to happen during the offseason. They're going to have to load up. Charles Woodson's going to retire. You have to load up on the secondary, get some cornerbacks, maybe kind of beef up the defensive line, because there are some gaps in this one. And from there, I think they'll be a true playoff contender. This is a team right now where they're playing, it's very inconsistent. Their offense is winning games. And, you know, right now we're playing, this is a team that has a chance of sneaking in the playoffs. You know, I really want to say they play against better competition. The Bears, defensively, probably the worst team in the entire league, and they still managed to hold the Raiders to, you know, just 20 points. So that's not a good sign. You know, it's really a tale of two teams. I just want to see so much improved. I don't expect the defense to start clicking overnight, but I just want to see the Raiders go out there and play like they did in the last two games. I want to see Derek Carr get 300 yards. You know, if Amari Cooper gets over 130 yards, if Murray gets over 100 yards, that's, like I said last video, I believe, that's the golden ratio. 300, 100, 100. That's what the Raiders need to do to win. Even with a bad defense, Derek Carr gets 300 yards, Latavius Murray runs for 100, Amari Cooper gets 100, the Raiders can win games. But they didn't do that today. I don't think their stats were anywhere near that. And as a result, the Raiders just kind of crapped out there late in the game. And they drop it 22-20. Like I said, really, really sore loss. I'm going to be angry about this one all week. And you never know. The good news is, Cincinnati beat up on Kansas City, so they're 1-3. Chargers, they're playing the Browns, so even if they win, I think the Raiders will still be guaranteed second place in the AFC West, no matter what happens. So that's a positive. And just moving on, like I said, you really don't know what Raider team you're going to get. They just gotta play hard, get the ball rolling, and maybe they'll get the upset against Denver. But to be frank, what I saw today, I am certainly not impressed by the silver and black, and there is indeed quite a bit of room for improvement. If they make it, well, I don't know, but we'll see. But yeah, all that to kind of say, end of the day, really bad loss. They shouldn't have lost this game. They lost it anyway, and I don't know. Here's for a miracle next weekend.